Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't really like anything about each other.
I think personally, I think they've separated their professional lives, but I think what's really a great problem for them now, as of in the last few weeks, is that Meghan has got no real income anymore. She's finished.
Have Prince Harry and Meghan Markle been keeping a much bigger story out of the spotlight than anyone expected? For years, headlines have focused on family tensions, business setbacks, and non-stop royal drama. But now, a new claim from royal biographer Tom Bower has brought one of the biggest questions about the Sussexes back into the spotlight. What if the real conflict isn't happening in public at all? What if it's taking place behind closed doors over money, business, and control? According to Bower, there may be legal and financial arrangements that could change how some people view Harry and Meghan's partnership. None of these claims have been independently verified or confirmed publicly, but they've sparked major debate among royal commentators and fans. If even part of the claims were accurate, some believe they could help explain several decisions the couple has made in recent years. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Harry and Meghan have worked to build a completely new life in California. They signed multi-million-dollar media deals, launched charitable organizations, created businesses, and aimed to build a global brand outside the royal family.
The real reason Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's marriage is an empty sham. Constant drama and criticism are the only things holding them together.
Meghan Markle really did expect Harry to be a billionaire when she met him. She was incredibly disappointed to find out he's only worth a couple million, and she's gonna have to actually work and hawk these jams and jellies and dog biscuits to have the lifestyle that she wants.
A man who she abandoned for months to the media and now presents her mother, Doria, speaking for the first time, telling outright lies about her ex-husband. I mean, this was a calculated attempt against the family.
The Sussexes' bond is now only sustained by the controversies that regularly engulf their public.
At first, everything appeared to be a fresh start. But over time, some observers believe the picture became more complicated. The Spotify partnership ended, several announced projects never moved forward, and Netflix productions received mixed reactions. Critics questioned whether the couple could continue meeting the huge expectations that came with those headline-making contracts. At the same time, royal commentators noticed another shift. Instead of working together on every project, Harry and Meghan increasingly focused on different careers. Meghan devoted more attention to lifestyle branding, trademarks, and media ventures under her own name. Harry focused more on charity work, legal cases, and solo appearances. For many couples, that's perfectly normal. Separate careers don't necessarily mean personal problems. But Tom Bower believes there may be another explanation behind the growing professional separation. Bower has spent decades building a reputation as one of Britain's best-known investigative authors. Whether readers agree with his conclusions or not, he's known for reviewing public records, interviewing sources, and examining legal documents before publishing his work. His books often generate widespread discussion, and his latest investigation into Harry and Meghan is already attracting attention. According to Bower, one overlooked legal detail could help explain the couple's financial relationship. He reportedly believes their arrangements may go far beyond a traditional prenuptial agreement.
Bower, the legendary royal author, is sharpening his quill for a new edition of his book set to reveal huge secrets inside Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's marriage.
Well, you know, Piers, you're the first person to say how limited Prince Harry is, unfortunately, and how his wife trades off her husband's fame and fortune, or not so great fortune now. I mean, this is the problem, but we're still interested because, after all, he's a great character in our modern day. And so he became hypersensitive and blamed the media for the crashes of his relationships, never thinking that they could have something to do with himself. So he's a very complicated, depressed, unintelligent man who is seeking a role and has got really nobody on whom he could rely, which is in the end where Meghan stepped in. I mean, a needy man met a woman who could help him with this.
His reported sources suggest the documents could include terms covering business ownership, intellectual property, publishing rights, trademarks, and future commercial projects. To be clear, none of these reported provisions have been released publicly or independently confirmed. They remain unverified claims. Even so, they've fueled widespread speculation because Harry and Meghan's situation is far more complex than most marriages. Their relationship involves media contracts, charitable organizations, publishing deals, trademarks, and international business ventures reportedly worth millions of dollars. Legal experts often point out that high-profile couples frequently update financial agreements as new businesses and investments are created. Additional legal protections are common when commercial interests continue expanding. If that's what happened here, it wouldn't automatically be unusual. However, Bauer argues that the timing deserves attention. According to his reporting, important changes may have happened after Harry and Meghan left royal life and began building their business interests in the United States. That transition changed everything. They were no longer only members of the royal family. They also became media producers, business owners, content creators, and commercial partners. Every new company, trademark, production deal, and branding opportunity added another layer to their financial relationship. Bauer reportedly claims that later updates to the couple's financial arrangements may have focused less on dividing existing wealth and more on ownership of future businesses. If accurate, those agreements could affect who controls intellectual property, commercial brands, publishing opportunities, and future earnings connected to projects developed during the marriage.
Of PR for the Sussexes got way beyond herself because she really doesn't understand the British royal family or Britain, but understands how to project her clients. And so I think she got it wrong by leaking it or even letting anyone know about it.
I do think that when you're mocked so publicly as they've been, their value begins to nosedive pretty quickly. And I don't think they're finding any more sources of income.
Radar reports that one longtime friend, which in the case of Meghan feels like an oxymoron, described their relationship as powered by the storms around them and not much else. They said, there have been periods.
Again, these claims remain unverified, but because of Bauer's history of investigating high-profile public figures, they've become one of the biggest talking points among royal commentators. Another reason the story continues gaining attention is Meghan's changing business strategy. Beginning around 2022, she increasingly developed projects that emphasized her own personal brand instead of presenting everything as a joint Sussex venture. Trademark filings, lifestyle businesses, media productions, and personal branding efforts all highlighted Meghan's individual identity. For many entrepreneurs, that's simply smart business. Separate branding can improve marketing and create clearer business identities. But Bauer believes it may also fit into a broader long-term financial strategy, although there's no public evidence confirming that interpretation. Meanwhile, Harry appeared to be following a different path. While Meghan expanded commercial ventures, Harry continued focusing on charitable work, legal disputes with British newspapers, and causes connected to his royal background. Those different priorities became another topic of public discussion. Some commentators believe the couple is simply building separate careers while remaining committed to their marriage. Others believe the professional split may reflect deeper differences. So far, there is no official evidence proving either theory. Still, as independent projects increased and joint appearances became less frequent, the speculation only continued growing. Then another development added to the conversation. Reports suggested Meghan had again worked with experienced public relations advisors, including Sunshine Sachs, a firm that represented her during earlier stages of her public career. Some saw that as a routine business decision, while others questioned whether it could be part of a larger communication strategy. At this stage, no public evidence connects those reports to any specific future plans. Even so, the timing has generated plenty of online discussion. Bauer believes the timing may be significant, although that remains his interpretation rather than an established fact. Perhaps the biggest misunderstanding has always involved the couple's finances. When headlines announced the Netflix agreement, many people assumed Harry and Meghan immediately received every dollar connected to the reported figures. Stories mentioning deals worth up to $100 million created the impression that the couple had secured extraordinary wealth overnight. In reality, entertainment contracts are often far more complicated. Payments are commonly tied to completed projects, production schedules, performance goals, and other contract terms. The full details of the Sussexes' agreements have never been made public, leaving plenty of room for speculation. That uncertainty, combined with Bauer's latest claims, is exactly why this story continues attracting so much attention around the world. The reality may be much more complicated than the headlines suggest. In the entertainment world, huge contracts rarely mean one giant payment arrives all at once. Instead, deals are usually paid in stages. Money can depend on finished productions, audience performance, renewals, and other milestones. In many cases, the biggest number attached to a contract represents the maximum possible value, not guaranteed income. According to Tom Bauer's reporting, that distinction is important. Based on people he says he interviewed, the amount Harry and Meghan may have actually received could have been very different from the figures that dominated headlines. Those claims have never been independently confirmed, but they've encouraged many royal commentators to take another look at the couple's financial journey. Then came another turning point. Some of Harry and Meghan's biggest projects didn't unfold as originally expected. Their Netflix documentary attracted worldwide attention, and Meghan later introduced her own lifestyle projects. But other announced productions quietly disappeared. The animated series Pearl was canceled before moving forward, and the Spotify partnership eventually came to an end. That led to even more questions. Had the Sussex brand simply hit a rough patch, or were expectations set so high that almost no one could realistically meet them? Whatever the answer, the public conversation only became louder. Around the same time, Meghan appeared to place even greater focus on building her own personal brand. Trademark filings, lifestyle ventures, publishing projects, and business initiatives increasingly carried her individual identity rather than a shared Sussex image. That doesn't prove anything unusual. Many business owners create separate brands while remaining happy partners. But Bauer believes the timing deserves a closer look. Meanwhile, Harry continued following a different path. He remained focused on charity work, legal cases involving British newspapers, and causes connected to his royal background. Supporters see someone committed to issues that matter deeply to him. Critics believe his priorities have become increasingly different from Meghan's growing commercial ambitions. No one outside the couple knows which view is correct. Then another wave of speculation appeared. Reports claimed Harry had occasionally spent time away from the family home while traveling, leading to countless online theories about the state of the marriage. It's important to point out that neither Prince Harry nor Meghan Markle has confirmed those rumors. Even so, every new report sparked another round of headlines and online debate. That's what makes this story so fascinating to so many people. Almost every move the couple makes receives intense attention. A trademark filing becomes breaking news. A business partnership becomes a new theory. A solo appearance quickly turns into speculation about the future of their relationship. Very few public figures live under that level of constant scrutiny. According to Bauer, however, the bigger story isn't any single headline. He argues that when all the pieces are viewed together, the separate business ventures, changing brand strategies, reported legal arrangements, and shifting professional priorities suggest careful long-term planning instead of random decisions. Not everyone agrees. Critics argue there's no publicly available evidence proving any hidden legal strategy exists. Legal experts also note that wealthy public figures often create separate companies, trademarks, and intellectual property structures simply because it's good business practice. Without access to private legal documents, no one can say for certain what any agreement actually contains. That's the most important point. Much of this discussion is based on interpretation rather than verified facts. Still, one question continues to spark curiosity. If legal agreements involving business interests, trademarks, and intellectual property really exist in the way Bauer describes, what would happen if circumstances ever changed? Who would control valuable brands? Who would own future media projects? Who would benefit from intellectual property created during the marriage? Without seeing any private documents, those questions simply can't be answered. Family law is complex, and every agreement is different. Each situation depends on private negotiations, legal protections, and personal decisions that remain confidential. Even so, royal commentators continue offering different opinions. Some believe Harry and Meghan are simply two successful professionals building separate careers while remaining committed partners. Others believe their increasingly separate public lives point to something much bigger happening behind the scenes. Only time will show which interpretation, if either, is correct. One thing is certain though, Harry and Meghan remain among the most closely watched public figures in the world. Every business decision becomes news. Every interview starts another debate. Every legal filing creates fresh speculation, making it harder than ever to separate confirmed facts from online theories. That's one reason Tom Bauer's latest investigation has attracted so much attention. His supporters believe his years of investigative work make his questions worth considering. His critics argue he's connecting unrelated events into a much larger story without enough public evidence to support it. The truth may ultimately lie somewhere in between. For now, there is no public confirmation that the reported legal arrangements described by Bauer exist in the form he suggests. There is also no verified evidence confirming claims that Harry and Meghan are heading toward a separation. Until official information becomes available, much of this remains an ongoing public debate rather than an established fact. So what do you think? Has Tom Bauer uncovered clues that deserve a closer look? Or is this simply another case of separate events being connected into a much bigger theory? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.